Herm Schrader on the Dirty Mo Media platform from the middle of America in St. Louis, Missouri starts right now.
We're not anywhere close to middle America. We're scattered all over today.
Where are you now?
I don't know exactly. I'm somewhere in Pennsylvania. I left Lernerville this morning, did a play day there, and we're headed to Natural Bridge, Virginia.
You've had me there before, Natural Bridge. Okay. The elephant in the room, Craig Moore, and we all know what it is. You do Wing Nation. You're a big sprint car guy.
Okay, so we got Kenny, Schrader, you were there. Dale Blaney, oldest winner in the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series at Sharon Speedway. What was that evening like?
Well, first off, the racetrack was great. They ran around the bottom. They bounced off the wall at the top. They slid everywhere in between. I think they had 54 race cars, so that was huge. Dave's car is a little different. You know, he's got her geared up for those little slickies, and Dale. He said Dale's the best guy he could get right now, and Dale did a great job. You know, I got thinking. I don't know how old Dave was when he won there, maybe 4 years ago.
He was 58.
Okay, was he the oldest winner before?
He was, yeah, correct. He was the oldest winner before Dale.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But you know, Cole Floyd was bouncing off that top, and he was all he got all over him the last lap. He was he didn't have a lot of options coming off for it. It was either get tangled up in tires against the fence or let Dale have it. But I mean, he didn't just let him have it. He tried like hell. There wasn't a hole for him. But Dale had played a couple lap cars, a little conservative, but hell of a good run, and just neat night for the racetrack. Place was packed. Neat night for the Blaney family.
So let's tie this all together, everybody. We are talking about Dale Blaney setting a World of Outlaw record, 61 years old, winning the World of Outlaw race over Buddy Kofoid and all the big boys. And here's what's crazy about it. Dale Blaney drives AJ Allmendinger's motorhome. So the next day they fly Dale Blaney, the motorhome driver that just set the record. They fly him to Kansas City so he can drive AJ Allmendinger's motorhome to the next track. Kenny, this is I don't even know how to explain it. It's an unbelievable story. But Dale drove so smooth. You could see his left arm on TV all night. It's like he never turned the wheel. I mean, you're right. Is he a specialist on slick tracks?
Well, the car's pretty unique. There's a lot of things on that car that are a lot different than a regular sprint car, and you know, everything worked like it was designed to, and you know, they flew Dale Blaney, World of Outlaw winner, out to Kansas City, and then he became Dale Blaney motorhome driver.
So did you get a good look at that wing? That's my biggest question.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Well, it's just the biggest thing is how much is offset to the right. But I asked him, like, will that car have that much advantage on a heavy track? He said, no, everybody's hooked up so good it won't make much difference. But you know, it's just neat. I mean, Dave. I've been around Dave a lot more than I have Dale. But you know, Dave's always been very sharp on that stuff, and it's just a lot of his ideas, and he's having fun with them.
Yeah. So to wrap it all up, unbelievable winner, 61 years old, sets a record. The wing shocks sprint car racing because it looks like it's a foot at least further to the right than normal. And everybody's like, oh my God. But like you say, it only works when it's super dry.
I wouldn't say it only works, but it worked really good there. When you talk to Dave, he was pretty good at explaining why it worked so good.
We saw on the car, it looked really good. Obviously, his nephew Ryan, Ryan Blaney Foundation logo looked good on the car, Kenny. So it's all in the family, it appears.
Yeah, and Ryan is a investor now at Sharon Speedway, and that track has
Oh.
yes, yeah. Dave brought him in, and there was another gentleman we met, and the three of them are doing it, and place was packed. You know, it was a great show, good races, ton of cars. Uh, they had a good show the night before at. I'm brain dead. Where were they the night before? The day before, we were at Wayne County doing a little play day, and they were racing somewhere up close to there. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Is it Finley?
Mhm.
Remember if they were
Yeah,
up close?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
And then
Well,
Lucas or High Limits was at. They were at Path Valley and Saturday night, and somewhere else Sunday. So there was a lot of racing up that way.
They were actually at Path last night, Sunday
Last
night.
night, Sunday night.
Yeah. I'm not sure where they were prior to that. Interesting fact about Dale Blaney, aside from the Blaney family connection, is he was drafted. He was a basketball player in college at West Virginia University and was drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers in 1986.
insane.
Fourth round draft pick.
Yeah, correct. And decided to come back to Ohio, I think after a year maybe, because he wanted to go racing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where does he get his height? Where does he get his height from, Kenny? Why is that Dale so tall and everybody else is normal?
Really? You think I know how that works? he just
I mean,
he's just a lot taller. And
yeah, I didn't know if
Ann had never met Dale. So she's looking at him. It's like, he looks a lot like Dave, but can't be. He's way too tall. So we introduced him, and it's got a tall brother.
yeah, good stuff. So, Craig, you got Wing Nation coming up.
Yes, sir.
And we don't ever start Herm Schrader off with dirt racing. But like we said, this is world news. It's got a NASCAR tie-in. AJ Allmendinger's motorhome driver wins the World of Outlaw race. So that's our best, everybody. So what do you got coming up on Wing Nation? This would be probably the only time, maybe until the winter time, that we can promote Wing Nation.
By the time that this show is published, we'll have had on Dale. Dale's going to be on the show. And also Danny Dietrich from up in Pennsylvania. I'm sure you guys know Danny, if not from his racing, at least from his social media presence.
Good stuff. Kenny, what about you, buddy? I mean, I know you were there. You ran really good, a lot of cars, top 5. Tell us about your time.
We weren't good. We were okay. We started 10th. I drew friggin' 100. Now, I only had 20 cars, I think, 19, but I drew 100. So start 9th in a heat race, ran 5th. So that starts you 10th in a feature and run 4th. So it was okay. This was we kind of took Joey not happy with it. You know, we brought this car, but it's like a knife to the gunfight deal. It's a three bar, regular 3-link car, and they run 4-bar B mods up here and stuff. But it was fine.
So you are on the Federated Tour. How many more races, or are you on your way home now?
Well, I'm on my way home after I do 4 more play days. We do.
Wow.
We did Lernerville Day, and we wind up. We're still going to Natural Bridge, Beckley, Bulls Gap, and I can't think of the 4th one. So nine play days in a race.
Is this your most ever? That sounds like a lot.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty incredible.
We've done 12 or 13.
Okay.
Before.
My week was pretty simple. We were supposed to race 4 times. We ran 2. We ran 8th at Granite City, Tri-City Speedway on Friday night. As Kenny Schrader would say, 43 cars. I overcame and prevailed. Started 15th, got to 8th, and then ran 3rd on last night, Sunday at Quincy. So I'm home and I'm doing the honeydews. I got a week break going to Charlotte next week for Trackside Live. And with that, everybody, Kenny, are you ready to talk about this Cup race? Because it was a banger.
I listened to MRN going down the road, enjoyed that. Had to walk into the restaurant when they were getting ready to go green for the green white checker. And it really didn't bother me because I knew it was going to be big news, and it was be easy to see when we got out. And had lunch or dinner with PK and Krista. It used to be Krista Voda. They lived real close up to the Lernerville Speedway. So, but yeah, that was pretty exciting. I thought it was pretty neat that they commented on the radio that they made it sound like Chase was not happy when Alan put 4 tires on him. But Alan, I mean, they said all this before the restart, and he said, I saw this play out up here with Martin Truex a couple years ago. So just hold on, give me everything you got. And it played out good for
Okay, go ahead, Craig.
Yeah, so I was running the MRN broadcast back in our studios, and I have a video monitor. I have various video feeds I could watch. The end of that race, I noticed, you're focused on Denny and on Bubba and that bunch, and then out of nowhere, and it's just from the shot they had, out of nowhere came Elliott, and I was like, where did he come from? Nobody had been talking about until right there at the end.
Yeah.
Boom, win the race.
I saw some great in-car footage from his car the last 2 laps when he lined up 8th and he was going forward from the start. He didn't always have a place to go, and he was turning whichever way he had to turn to keep his momentum up. But he had a great run. So I mean, oh my gosh. So I mean, so exciting again. Who's going to win? Well, we're going down in turn 3, and it's going to be one of these 3 guys. Well, it's going to be one of them too, but that guy could win. So it just where we go. It's just great racing.
There's so much to download here, and as you know now, everybody, Chase Elliott wins. But let's talk about how we got here. Denny Hamlin, complete domination, but everybody said the racing was great. Kansas always puts on a great race. So the third stage, Denny Hamlin, complete domination, rolls down the pits. Jack, man, is devastated, completely misses the jack peg. Instead of Denny Hamlin coming out first, he comes out 6th after dominating the whole race. So Denny, gets side by side with a car he owns, which is Bubba, gets loose getting in the 3, takes Bubba all the way to the wall, and that's how Chase Elliott blew by both of them. But man, I'll tell you what, Kenny, those pit stops, it's like when people say, who's going to win the championship? I'm like, it could be a pit stop at Phoenix.
Okay. The other day, or a week or so ago, I wussed out on which 4 aren't going to make it. Remember?
Yes, you did.
But it's
yes.
like it don't make. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, one of the 4 that isn't going to make it had a shot to win. I mean, Bubba was right there. Now we got another thing too. Denny lined up 6th. Supposedly, big story was run the last 50 laps or so without power steering. I don't know what those cars are like to drive without power steering, but I know what the old ones were like to drive without power steering, and that's no fun.
Not possible.
That's no fun.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So, however bad that was not helping him. But Chase lined up behind him also, and we had seen throughout the day that 4 tires weren't a huge thing. There was some guys that made good runs on 2 tires and even on some scuffs. So, man, it's just so tough. You don't know what to do. But that last lap, Denny's, he's got to drive his ass off to beat Bubba, and it opened up a opportunity for Chase.
Yeah. Denny was visibly upset, which he should have been. There was a lot on the line. His 60th win, locking himself in. I mean, the Roval is next week. And I wish we could have a little Ann Schrader pop up. The Roval next week. Oh, is this the race where they throw 4 out? So we're going to get rid of 4 more drivers next week. So Denny wanted to win that race for a lot of reasons, but he was dejected after the race. And I mean, that was a hard one to shake off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. And that's all there is to say about it. All right. There's a lot to download here.
Oh, let me throw one thing in.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear rumblings about looking at the point system and, maybe adjusting or tweaking or all that stuff. But damn if this winning your end deal hasn't been pretty exciting.
Kenny, I'm going to say it. I'm the one that's always got the mouth. I have no idea what the hell's wrong with people. I mean, we are in the biggest societal shift. Everybody's wrong. Everybody. You, Jeff Burton, and me, we're the only ones right. I don't know what the hell they're thinking.
We don't know.
This is great.
Right. We don't know if we're right. We just think we are. But I was with a couple guys today. A couple guys we rode when we ate lunch, and they had me sign old stuff. They said, "You probably haven't seen us. We quit collecting it now. We don't watch anymore." I said, "Well, you're really missing some good races now that were a lot better than some of these races that you're having me sign this stuff from, because it's great now. You may not know the cast of characters because you're not keeping up with it, but those guys are driving their asses off."
They really are, and that's something to talk about a little bit later on. Let's go here, guys. Craig, let me throw this to you. You're on the radio end. Kenny Schrader and myself have raced up there. We've raced at Lakeside, the dirt track, 3 miles down the road. The casino is off turn 2. You got KC Sporting, the soccer right there. You've got the restaurants. What is it about Kansas? It has quickly become a new favorite track to try. Somebody said something that kind of made me laugh. They said, well, no wonder the next gen car ran good. They always run good at Kansas. I'm like, Kansas is now everybody's favorite track, and there's a lot to do around the area. Craig, what do you see? Why is it such a good facility?
I honestly, look, the next time I drive a race car will be the first time I drive a race car. So I don't know. I've never been on the track. I just know that when we first started going to Kansas, and I'm sure you guys remember this, when they built that track, there was nothing there. It was all by its lonesome. And now there's a city that has sprung up around it because of that racetrack. But there's obviously an attraction to that track. The racing's always been good. And I think with this format, to your point, Schrader, with the old points format, you would not have gotten that finish that you got yesterday. With this points format, with people trying to, next week is the cutoff race, people got to win. They got to win to get in. They got to get those points.
Well said. Okay. I am the smart ass of the show today, and I'm just going to say it right up. So now all of a sudden I'm driving home from Quincy, and everybody says NASCAR is back. It was the greatest race in the history of motorsports. And I said, hold on now. What was it really a great race, or was it because Chase Elliott won? So the elephant in the room, the smart ass in me is, Kenny, it never hurts when an Earnhardt or an Elliott win. And boy, it just solves all the problems. How much do you think, Kenny Schrader, that Chase Elliott winning this race fixes all these fictitious NASCAR issues?
He's got a tremendous following. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. But when the guy lines up eighth and wins the race, and a team owner and a hired driver are rubbing on one another and sliding around, And all of a sudden third place wins. Yeah, it's good no matter who it is. Doesn't hurt that it's Chase. Uh, years ago we did a deal out there, and that county where they built the racetrack was the poorest county in Kansas. The governor told us. This was years ago. One thing they did there that they haven't done every place is okay. It's right out of a big metropolitan area, and they started with a clean sheet of paper with a lot of acreage around it, a lot. So not just starting with a clean sheet for the track, but there was plenty of room for other stuff to build up, which obviously it has. But it was multi-groove. It's multi-groove. That's why drivers like it. Just run all over that damn thing.
Yeah. So Chase Elliott wins this thing, crowds on their feet, all the NASCAR problems are over, and it's almost a comedy. It's right out of Saturday Night Live. And here's the other thing. It is like Denny Hamlin is Darth Vader, right? And Chase is like Huckleberry Finn. It's good versus evil. They hate Denny Hamlin and they love Chase. I mean, this was just, it was spectacular. And I really feel like that this, you and I always put up for the drivers. All the drivers are great. But, this was something that was needed. And it was a grand explosion. It was the perfect storm. Did you ever look at it from that standpoint?
It was just another race. We've had a lot of great ones this year. It was just another great one.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, everybody, that was it. That was Kansas. Craig, this is where you come in. We are going to the Roval. We have one race left. So can you do two things here? Can you give us the top 10 rundown of the race and where we're at in the points? Who's on the cutoff going to the Charlotte ROVAL next week?
Top 10 finishers in the race on Sunday: Chase Elliott, followed by Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick 7th, Brad Keselowski 8th, William Byron 9th, and Shane Van Gisbergen with a top 10 finish on a mile and a half.
That's good.
Two things for me, Kenny. Yeah, two things for me. Briscoe is the sleeper. He's the dark horse here. He's in the top 5 every week. And congratulations to SVG. Good oval run. What do you got, Kenny?
Well, Chase Briscoe is going to be right there for sure. But I don't know SVG, but he's out there running them Legends cars on whatever night it is, Tuesdays or Thursdays. They run those cars over at Charlotte. He's trying. He's working at it. He's committed to doing it, and he's showing that he's getting it figured out. So that makes me happy.
Yeah. Okay, Craig. Give us the juice here now. We know everybody's a bundle of nerves. What's our cut line
they
here?
should be, especially a couple of them. So locked in going into the Roval cutoff race. Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney locked in, good to go. Currently third in points, Kyle Larson. Denny Hamlin is 4th. 5th, Christopher Bell. William Byron is 6th. Chase Briscoe 7th, and Joey Logano 8th. Joey is 13 points to the good above the cutoff line. Negative 13 points is Ross Chastain at 9th. Bubba Wallace, negative 26 points at 10th. Tyler Reddick, his teammate, negative 29 points at 11th. And Austin Cindric in 12th, negative 48 points. Austin lost 29 points on Sunday, while the biggest gainer of the weekend would have been Denny Hamlin. He gained 21 points.
Man, Kenny, that's going to be a wild one because Reddick can run them road courses. We could have a third winner. So the 8th in the points is Logano, right? 13 ahead.
Then
Chase Briscoe 7th. He's
How many is he ahead?
21. 6th we have William Byron. He's plus 40.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, Christopher Bell is 5th. He's plus 44.
7th, 8th, it's going to be an umdinger. I mean, they're going to wreck the hell out of each other. It's going to be wild. Wow. I hate the playoffs. It's a catchy name, playoffs. It's going to be wild. They're going to be watching. All right, everybody. I think we're done with the cup stuff. And man, we still got a lot. Yep, Kenny.
I'll throw one more thing in there, but I heard you Reddick's name in there, and I read today on J-Ski that his little boy is maybe having some issues, so be thinking about him a bunch.
Oh wow, Craig, what do you know about that?
I don't know. Okay, so that's the first I've heard of that. I do know that yesterday following the race, when we were in commercial break and we're talking about who we're going to talk to coming out of the commercial break after the race, the Reddick's name got brought up, and I think it was Steve Post maybe said they're getting him out of here as soon as the race is over.
Yeah.
So I think that was probably related to that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, my prayers, all of our prayers, and Kenny, good catch. I had no idea. Very sorry about that, everybody. So prayers to Tyler Reddick and their family, and hopefully their boy gets taken care of. Man, oh man, the Xfinity series. Can you believe Connor Zilich lost again? Listen to this, Kenny. Brandon Jones, it's like this is his track. Brandon Jones starts on the pole and wins over Connor Zilich, but Brandon Jones dominates at Kansas. This is his 3rd win, I believe. But let's talk about this for a minute. This is where we're going. Congratulations to Brandon Jones. But Connor Zilich sets an Xfinity Series record. 16 straight top 5s. Most all time. Breaking Sam Ard's 41-year-old record. What is your thoughts of that?
Yeah. How many of them 16 did he win? You know, won like half of them or something. But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. That team, him and that team are doing a fantastic job. Hopefully he's in the same type of situation next year that he can show how stout he is.
There's a little talk, and it's fun. It's just, this is Herm Schrader, but pretend we're at the bar. Somebody brought up a good point. But listen, the record is the record.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and have a drink. So they're saying Connor's 16 straight is a little tainted because he started the race at Daytona, got out, Parker Kligerman took over, and of course Connor gets included. Is that tainted? I mean, I mean, years from now it's not going to be tainted, but what are your thoughts?
He did it. He did. He
it.
also got credit for winning. So
right.
He did it.
Right. Pretty incredible run this Connor Zilich. He's there's really, it's kind of like Kyle Larson. There's not much more to say. He just keeps on digging and if he don't win, he's running second. I was at the Twisted Tavern for lunch today and really made me happy right here in Arnold, Missouri. Guy sits down and I'm drinking and, hey, Kenny Wallace, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, real big race fan, wanted to talk about Connor Zilich. And I said, wow. I said, this is a pleasant surprise. I said, yeah. I said, he's 18 years old and he started talking about youngest winner. And so he does have everybody's attention. And I feel like he's doing all this. And so my question is this, you kind of brought it up. I mean, here he is in the Xfinity series. Does it have to translate to the Cup series next year? Does he have to, win next year in Cup to make it real?
I don't think he has to win. He just has to show that what's going to come. I don't think there's much questions about it. But no, he doesn't necessarily have to win. He's going to show he's real. We know that he can't be doing what he's doing without being real. He's the real deal.
Speaking of the real deal, and I want to thank Craig Moore for these. Craig has done a really good job giving me some notes. Tiff at Dirty Mo said, Herman, would you like some notes? I said, oh, please. So, right on cue, we're going to go to another driver, and we're talking about drivers that are being spotlighted right now. Brendan Butterbean Queen won his, and I know I know this is your favorite series, Kenny. Butterbean won his 8th ARCA race this year. He won at Toledo, your favorite track. I mean, Kenny, he also got a top 10 at Kansas in the Xfinity series. I think this Butterbean is the real deal.
He won at Kansas. He won at Kansas. Toledo's the season finale coming up, but he won at Kansas and then followed up.
Oh,
yeah, with a top 10 for colleague in the Xfinity race. So him and I worked together.
right.
We were going to do it together, an ARCA deal together, and he had a sponsor, and it was all looking real good. But it was a new sponsor. He didn't know much about him, and it was almost a week before we found out that he got put in jail and he wouldn't be out for a while. So nothing happened. Yeah, it wasn't a real deal. It wasn't like Connor Zilich. It wasn't a real deal.
Hold on now. You can't just say that. You can't just say that and me go, what happened to Butterbean? Ran a red light or what?
No, it didn't happen to Butterbean. It happened to the sponsor.
Oh,
a gentleman was going to sponsor Butterbean, but then there was apparently some problems with the money. We've never seen that in our sport, have we? But there was some
oh
problems
my God, we lived it.
some problems with the money. But Butterbean's,
oh my God,
I talked to Ron Drager about him. Ron's high on him. He says just a good guy. You know, they do the Waffle House deal afterwards. I'd like to go to Waffle House with him.
Craig, I want to apologize to you. You did give me great notes. You said Brendan Butterbean Queen winner, 8th win this season in ARCA, just needs to start Toledo.
Correct. Yes.
To wrap up the championship.
Right. Yep. That's all he's got to do. Take the green flag. Championship says. And Kenny, to your point, the dude does just seem like a good guy. I've never met him personally, but just what I see on TV and when I hear him talking on, after a race win that we broadcast, he just seems like an awesome guy.
Yeah. Pretty normal other than be named Butterbean.
This guy's got everything going for him. His name's Butterbean.
Well, his name's not Butterbean.
Yeah, but you don't remember that wrestler? Or no, that wrestler.
No. It was I've met the Butterbean you're talking about. I've had beers with that guy.
Really?
That's a whole other story for another time. Dude is so Butterbean was he was like a rough and rowdy boxer guy back in the mid 90s. Interesting guy, but that was the original Butterbean. Love that guy.
Well, this Butterbean nickname, when you got a nickname, it's awesome. And Kenny, I'm with you. He adds to, going to the Waffle House. That's big. I think he goes every time he wins, doesn't he?
Hell, I don't know. They might go every time regardless, but I don't know. But it's just neat. Makes me happy.
Yeah,
they actually map out where the closest Waffle House is to the track, just in case.
Yeah, they probably do. All right, everybody. We are trying to do something here at Herm Schrader that hasn't been done. I think we have a chance. We're trying to make sure the show doesn't run over 1 hour. I think we're going to do it this time. But let's this is a notable note by Craig Moore. And this one is pretty cool. Denny Hamlin, 12th driver to lead over 16,000 laps in the Cup Series at 59 wins. Kenny, this I don't care what happens the rest of Denny Hamlin's career. He is a Hall of Famer, in my opinion, automatic.
First, what do they call it? Not first round, first eligibility, whatever. Yeah, he's
Ballot, yeah.
yeah, he needs to be in, and he will be in. But not to bring anything up, he was really aggravated 2 weeks ago about how his teammate raced him.
Oh boy! And then Denny Hamlin sticks the car he owns of Bubba Wallace in the wall.
Well, he
That's
didn't.
why Schrader's a legend, right
Well,
there.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. It just depends, you know. You have to look at that both ways, I think.
Yeah. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah.
We are at the end of the show. We're going to do jokes, and Schrader's going to tell us how I'm going to tell you what we're doing. Craig, what do we got for jokes?
So, here you go. What did one slice of bread say to the other before the race? What did the one slice of bread say to the other before the race?
I don't know.
You're toast.
That was good. That was good.
I like it.
Why do melons have weddings?
Not sure.
Because they can't elope.
Okay. I like that.
And what do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals? Philippe Falape.
That was good. Good
There
stuff.
we go.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so this is the part of the show where Kenny Schrader and myself give you our very best dirt racing roundup. Kenny, I mean, help me fill in, but I got Ricky Thornton wins what, 50 grand at Brownstown, Indiana, the Lucas Oil race.
Yeah, and then Lucas Oil Friday night was the tribute to C.J. Rayburn, and Saturday night was the Brownstown 100 or whatever they call it. But the guy, yeah, Ricky, right there. The guy that had problems all weekend was Davenport. He had a flat Friday leading, got turned around Saturday mid race and got back to sixth. So he was obviously a great car both nights. I'm not sure where the points are there, but it's Thornton and Davenport and Moran, I think, right, battling one another. I think Thornton's got the upper hand, and obviously had the better weekend. They only have a couple races left.
One thing I really liked is my dear friend, it's always good to me, Nick Hoffman. He's a World of Outlaw guy. Him and Bobby Pierce, they stop in with a different series, Lucas Oil, Brownstown, Indiana. Nick likes that track, and he won on Friday night. I mean, by a fender over, I think was that Brandon Shepard?
Brandon Shepard. Yeah.
Man, that was a hell of a finish.
Yeah, last lap, Brandon made big gains. I mean, Brandon was coming. The new Rocket cars, you know, it's like, oh, Rocket's dead, you know, a year ago. Rocket's dead. Guess what? There aren't near as many of them out there yet, but they're running good.
You're not going to keep Mark Richards down. He's too smart. They got too many. That is the great thing about dirt racing, isn't it? The ebbs and flows. You know, it's like a bunch of cows going over to this feeding system.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all the cows leave that feeding system, go over to this feeding system.
Right.
It's like that in dirt racing, isn't it, Kenny?
Sure is. Yep.
Okay. My phone says congratulations to Tanner Thorson. He wins his second high limit race of the year, and we all talked about it, but he does that at Path Valley Speedway. And then, of course, we covered the World of Outlaw race. We had Dale Blaney setting a World of Outlaw record, winning at 61. What else, guys?
Well,
come on, Craig. You're what else you got? You're the dirt
Here's something
racer.
So just got a note about this today, and I believe they just released it. We record this on Monday, so I say today, it's Monday. Are you guys familiar with the NARC 410 King of the West series in California.
A little bit.
Sprint car series, a lot of good racing goes on out there. That has been acquired by Brad Sweet and Kevin Rudeen. Now, Brad
Makes
also
sense.
owns High Limit, obviously.
He's one of the owners. Yeah.
Right. Correct. Him and Kyle Larson.
You know, when you find something out about somebody that makes you just kind go, wow, you really don't know. The more I talked to Brad Sweet, he had me out there at Chico last year, and Brad Sweet mentioned Charlie Munger's name, and that I did not expect. Charlie Munger was Warren Buffett's right-hand man, one of the wealthiest people in the world. Where I'm going with this is I think Brad has a taste for business. I think he's going to be a successful guy. He really, it's no different than Kenny. I'll never forget you telling me, I'm just not ready to shut Schrader Racing down. I think here's Brad Sweet. He's ready to fire up. I think he's got a little business savvy in him. I think it's real good for dirt racing. What do you think, Kenny?
We'll find out how it works for dirt racing and for Brad. We'll just have to stay tuned. We've been down the owning associations road before, and it's a whole lot of work. You got to get tough skin real quick, and there's not a lot of gains. You can help grow the sport, which is good, and we all appreciate that. But as far as moving him up that financial status, it's not going to do a lot there.
Yeah. So I'm just laughing because I was at Quincy, right? And the new owner just took over the racetrack, and here we go again, right? It's the third or fourth owner of Quincy, and this is every dirt track, everybody. He stands up in the driver's meeting. He's a wonderful man. They've done great work up there at Quincy, Illinois, Quincy Raceways. And he says, all right, I want to squelch the rumors. This place is not for sale. However, if anybody wants to lease it and run it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dirt racing, everybody. There's some big races like Eldora and Knoxville, but man, everybody's got to have that one big hit to keep them alive at these dirt tracks. All right, Kenny, it's your turn, buddy. We're going to end like this. What are you up to? It's Wednesday. What are you doing this weekend?
We got more play days, and then I gotta call Joey. See, we got some options on where to go Saturday. So we got to figure out where we're going Saturday. That's it. That's all I know of so far.
Yeah, same here. Racing is slowing down in the St. Louis area. We're still racing. As Kenny Schrader would say, calm down. We still got a lot of racing to go. It's just the local racing has really slowed down. So Saturday, I'll be flying down to Charlotte, North Carolina. We will have Trackside Live Sunday at 11 to 12:15, early start. But I will be spending Saturday night, Kenny, with my mama. Listen to this. October 27th, my mom will be 89 years old. She was on a go-kart this weekend, and I said, my mama's a badass running a go-kart around. And so I'm happy to go to Charlotte Saturday, spend time with mom, and then Sunday morning, wake up, early start to Trackside Live, everybody. Little birdie tells me we're going to go 15 minutes long because we got something going on with the Hall of Fame. Craig, let's end with you. What do you know? What's up? What am I missing? What's going on with the NASCAR Hall of Fame? Or what are you doing this weekend?
Okay, so I don't have any idea what's going on with the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I could give Winston Kelly a call real quick. We could find out. But I'm actually going to be out of town, Kenny. I'm doing kind of the same thing that you're doing. I am going to go up to Cincinnati. It's my mother's birthday on Saturday, and spend time with mom and dad. Going to go to Kentucky, see some friends. Sunday, going to go to the Bengals game, and then Monday, I won't be here. I'll be driving back from Ohio.
All right, everybody. Well, I think we just did it. We did it, and I got a little over 45 minutes, and I hope everybody enjoyed that show. If you want it longer, as we always say, respond right here. But we did our very best, and I think we covered it all. Until the next Herm Schrader show, Kenny, any last words?
No, I'm waiting for you to say it.
We'll see you next time, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye bye.